Welcome to your practice and welcome to your space. And thank you so much for being here, everybody. Honest, yes. I honor your presence, and great gratitude, and all of that good stuff. And okay, so take your comfortable seat. I am sitting on a folded blanket and I'm wearing my socks. A little chilly this morning, so just share that. I'll also share I have my heating pad going and it's right here beneath me. You know, whatever you bring in to create your optimal space, and so be it. Okay, just let your hands rest once you're sitting. Take a big breath. And as you breathe out, oh, so beauty, let your eyes gently close and take your time. You're still creating your optimal place. That's lovely. Okay, once you're settled, turn your palms up. And there's this asking for energy. And it's also a surrendering. And so just as we open this practice, I'm going to say a line and you just repeat it to yourself or out loud if you wish. And it will start with, here I am. And now say your whole entire name. Here I am. At this age of, and just say your age. Oh my gosh. I am here in support of myself. An investment in my health and wealth. And at this age and stage, at this age and stage, I support myself as I did 10 years ago, as I did 20 years ago, as I did 30 years ago, 40 years ago, maybe 50. This great reminder that you sit in your own presence, constantly here for you. And into that, friends, take a nice full inhale. And as you exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Bow your chin and honor your presence, your support. You have carried yourself through, and you will continue to carry yourself through. So just honor that, acknowledge that. And into that, friends, we'll open this practice with 3 ohms. Inhale, grow tall, lift your chin. Exhale this breath. And inhale to begin. Bow your chin, soften your shoulders, your jaw. Take a full inhale as you are. On the exhale, place your hands on your thighs, palms face down. And as you inhale, lift your chin and open your eyes. Okay, yogis. So we're going to start on your backs, and we'll just take your blanket and we'll open it up to this size, and then we're just going to fold it into triplicate. So a third, and then over. So you end up with a very flat little mini bolster. Let's say that it's like this, half the size of your bolster. And we'll put this down in the center of your mat. Oh, she's eating a book. Hold on. Lunch. Okay. We'll just put that down in the middle. And if you did bring your heating pad, you can put that down too. Okay, then I'll take another blanket, and this is just a luxury blanket. You might not need it. And I'll just put it at the top for the head. And then I did put a bolster against the wall. I'll show you, I'm gonna sit at the edge of the blanket. I'm gonna lie down. And then I'll just put my heels on this bolster. So that's just, it kind of supports you here. If you know, you see how that works. You're welcome to just leave your legs on the floor, your feet on the floor. I might just stay here. I don't think I'm gonna come back up. So you take your blanket. If you need a support for your head, you could start with your feet on the floor, your arms out. You know, we lie over the bolster, we get this lift to the chest and this dropping of the shoulders. And this is a little less, about half the size of a bolster. Feel your sit bones on the floor so that, you know, that your tush is on the floor, and you just have that blanket at the small of your back. And then the legs can go up the bolster if that's nice. And then just drop in, take a few breaths here, just surrender. Notice, you know, how your back feels, any tight places or anything that feels really good. And then just bring yourself to your breath. So nice, you know, nice full inhale, full exhale. As a way of just receiving this, you can even imagine maybe you're lying on a beach or in the grass. And just surrender to nature, to the earth, to your breath, and to the heaviness of your body. Good. Okay, so your arms can stay where they are. Maybe they want to go a little bit above shoulder height. Just open the fingers, stretch the hands. You can even flex your feet a little bit. And I'm just going to press the tailbone to the floor, almost like I'm doing a little bit of cat pose, or I guess this would be cow pose. There's also a shape of downward dog here a little bit. So if you imagine you're lifting your hips up in downward dog, opening the backs of the legs with the feet flexed. And take a full breath in, all that effort. And then release it as you exhale and just drop back into your softness. Yes. Okay, take one more full breath here. Breathe out, and let's just take another big stretch. Maybe this time the arms want to come over your head. Open your fingers, flex your feet, press the heels away. Draw your belly down, like press into the blanket roll with your back. Whatever you're doing is good. And then feel, can I keep all of that as I draw the hips or the sit bones? Imagine, you know, closer to the floor. So just find integrity through the whole body. Smile. One more breath. And as you exhale, release everything. Come back to the rest. You can bring your arms back to a comfortable place. Let your feet just flop. Feel your breath and your own great supportive presence here for you always. Good. Okay. I'm going to bend the knees and I'm going to place the feet on the bolster. You could put yours on the floor. I'm just walking my toes up to the top of the bolster here. Good. And then I'm just going to point and, no, let me change how I'm going to say this. I'm going to press the heels into the bolster and take the toes away. And then press the balls of the feet or the toes into the bolster and take the heels away. So just moving, you know, like we're listening to good music and we're just tapping the heels and the toes. Let's do that a few times. Keep your breath relaxed, your heart relaxed. Good. Let's do a few more. Good. And then we'll come back to rest. And you might keep your knees bent, the feet at the bolster. You can stretch your legs out again. Or place your feet on the floor. Whatever enables you to just take a nice big breath in. Release completely through your exhale. Good. Okay. So from here, I'm going to bring the knees into the chest. And that might not be super comfortable because of the blanket roll. So if that's not good, you know, put your feet on the floor, wiggle yourself forward a little bit, bring the knees in, see if that works better. And you don't even need to hold them. Even if you just bring the knees in with the hands on the floor. Let's take 3 breaths. Whichever you're doing is good. Tuck your chin. Good. I'm going to place the feet on the floor, and they might go either side of the bolster, depending on where you're at. I'm going to start with the arms down by the sides. Spread your fingers, anchor your shoulders. Feel your feet on the floor. We're going to lift the hips, so walk your feet to where you think they need to be. Anchor the upper arms. So on either side of this blanket roll, press down with the upper arms. Press your belly into the floor. Inhale. Now, as you exhale, press the feet down, start to lift your hips, wherever they want to go. We're going to hang out here for 1 or 2 breaths. I'm just pressing the feet down and away and lift my head, just find a new place for it. And inhale. Now, as you exhale and lower, take your arms up towards the sky and over your head. And we'll bring the hips all the way down, arms over your head. Just take a full breath in. Breathe out. Okay, we're going to prepare to lift up again. I'm going to start by stretching the arms overhead, opening the fingers, and then anchor the backs of the hands to the floor. Anchor your belly. Inhale. Now, as you exhale and lift the hips, take the arms up over your head and bring them down by your sides. Adjust your head, friend, if you need to. Be here and stay. 1 more breath, anchor the feet. Now as you exhale and lower, arms come up and overhead, hips lower to the floor, and we take this nice big stretch here. Inhale and exhale as you are. On the next inhale, extend your arms away, anchor the feet, draw the belly in, and as you exhale, lift the hips. This time I'm going to keep the arms over the head. You can bring them back down if that's better. Good. Breathe here, lift the tail towards the knees. Imagine you can do that. Good. Inhale. Exhale, I'm going to keep the arms over the head as I lower down from top to bottom, and I'm going really slow. And once I get all the way down, just take a few breaths, rest. Okay, the next pose, we're going to bring the knees back in. So if you need to wiggle yourself forward or wiggle yourself back, no, whatever you need to do, bring the knees in. Maybe the arms come up and over. I'm going to separate the knees apart. Just hug them in and out. And the joy of this blanket roll is I bring the knees in, my hips might come right up or my tush right up off the floor. And there is some muscular effort to make that happen. So it's a little bit of abdominal work. But whatever you're doing is good. Just moving your back. Maybe you even feel the press of the blanket. Good. 1 more moment here. And then exhale. I'm going to place the feet on the floor. I'm going to lift back up just to open this belly. I'm going to take the arms over the head. Inhale to extend and exhale to start to lift. So find your place here. Your nice lift. Lift your hips. Pull the tail towards the knees. Inhale. And exhale, lower down. I'm going to keep the arms stretching over my head as I drop down from top to bottom very consciously. Take a full breath in and out. Good. 1 more breath. Okay, I'm going to stay on the blanket roll, heel toe the feet, comfortable distance. Can keep my arms over my head and move into Windshield Wiper. So we're going to be rolling over this little blanket. And it's just nice little feedback, whatever that is. Be in this. This is very luxurious. You know, if you imagine it's luxurious, it becomes luxurious. You know, the way we view things change when we look at them differently. So feel the luxury in this. Good. Okay, and then we'll come back to center. I'm gonna just place the heels back on this bolster for a moment. Feel your breath. Good. Flex your feet. So the heels, you know, my heels are pushing into the wall, even though the Achilles is supported by the bolster. Whatever's happening is good. Let's see if you can open the backs of your legs. Can you flex the feet and draw energy from the heels down through the backs of the legs? Little arch of the back might come in. Inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to bring just the right knee in and, you know, interlace over the knee or behind the thigh. A little bit of imbalance here. And extend the left leg, extend through the right heel. Again, take a full breath in. Breathe it out. Okay, I'm going to release the leg, arms over the head, both feet extended on the bolster, up the wall kind of a thing. Inhale. And exhale, bring the left knee in, interlace above the knee, behind the thigh. Extend through your heels, smile. Breathe. Good. Inhale. Exhale, release, come back to arms overhead, legs extended. Good. Okay, we're gonna roll off. So you might place your feet on the floor first, roll over to your sides, you roll off this blanket. Let's take a full moment here on your side. Just however you come in. Good. And then luxuriously, you know, so maybe the chest faces the floor and you come up. You're, you know, most luxurious, rising up. Good. Okay, I'm going to take just a moment to sit. So I'll just use the bolster because it's here, but you don't need to sit against your bolster. You could just sit anyway. Let your hands rest for a moment. So we just let everything come back. Okay. So friends, from here, just so you can stay as you are, we're going to move into a little bit of moving, and I'm going to keep my socks on. I know not everyone is on a floor, but I'm going to play a little bit with the slippery socks thing. Like if you were, you know, 10 and I said that, you'd be like, oh, yay, that's going to be so fun. So if you have socks, you can put them on. If you're on carpet, you're just going to do your best. And okay, so I'll start by just moving these props out. I think the dogs love the heating pad too. There you go, you can have that. And I'm going to bring my blocks in. You might not use blocks, but just nice to kind of have. Okay, and then I'm going to start. I'll move the bolster too out of the way. And we'll start with a downward facing dog. You do whatever works. I'm going to use the blocks, why not, for downward dog. So the heels of the hands go on the blocks. They go on the lowest height. I open the hands as wide as I can. The thumbs and the pinkies grip. And then you just press up and back. And they shouldn't go anywhere if they're on your mat. What's nice about using blocks is it makes your arms a little longer. And then feel free to bend your knees or wiggle your hips. You know, rock a little bit. Just find the luxury in your downward facing dog. So take one more breath here. And then we'll come to hands and knees. So if you need a blanket under your knees, you know, we're going to be on the knees a little bit. So do what you have to do. Okay. Then once you're here, bring your knees together, your feet together. We'll just take this is my left leg. It's just going to pop out to the side. You know this. Yes. Okay. And we'll just start with this lifting and lowering like we do. So we just move the hip. Feel free to bring the whole body in. Okay. Good. All right. And then we'll come to whatever, this is the center with the foot down. And from here, I'm going to use the socks. I'm just going to slide the foot out and bring it back in. So I might go to the sole of the foot and push out, then the heel and bring it back in. And I'm going to just find the best range of motion here. So with the arms still where they are, and I pull it in, I'm moving, feeling a stretch here. So just be with this, yes. Okay, that's it. So just find it for yourself, you know, whatever you've got to help you slide. Nice. Okay, last one. And then we'll just come back to this basic pose. Now I'm going to leave my blocks where they are and just walk the hands now towards this foot. The back foot can turn. So we move it more into this like lunge, you know, or more in bent knee lunge. And then again, just, you know, you might bend your knee, pull back, like use the floor in some way to just move. You know, you might just take that leg in and out. So you decide here. It might be in and out. You might be bending. You know, just be in your own motion. I'm just going to mix them up and do straight leg, bent leg. Yes. So, you know, you don't need the socks. It's just fun. Okay. We'll do one more, whatever it is. And then we're going to find our way back to, we'll just start, you know, the way you did. So you'll just have the hands in. Okay, I'm going to walk them around back to the front of the mat, and I'm picking up the back leg to move it. Okay, there we are. Now I'm going to walk my hands all the way around. So as I walk them behind, I'll move this right leg. It's going to keep moving, keep moving, keep moving until I've got this little twist here. So we do this often, you know, we'll just take the leg and cross it, but here now you've walked it. Okay, and then find, you know, I'm just going to pull in and out with this. And if it's better for you to just be still and breathe, then that's what you do. But otherwise, I'm looking at that foot, moving the hips, breathing. Yes. Last one. Good. And then we're going to come all the way back around. So you walk the hands, pivot the back foot, open your hip, and ta-da, here we are. Yes. Okay, let's turn this foot up, draw it in, place the foot on the floor, but keep looking straight so you have this open hips. And then just rock side to side. That's it. So we have one foot on the floor, back knee is there. I'm just gonna rock. Good. Okay, my hands are back on the blocks. And now come into, you know, center here. So the sole of the foot is on the floor, you're in your center. Let's keep the right hand on the block or the floor. We're just gonna lift the left arm up and just open. And in this opening, you know, we have the foot bent, reach up. Now maybe you straighten the leg, if that's there. You could keep the sole of the foot on the floor or lift it. Open, lean back a little bit. Open that right shoulder. Don't let it pop forward, friends. Open it. So if it's coming forward, open. Good, and then we exhale, take everything back, knees together. Let's tuck the little toes under and just send the hips back. Now I'm just gonna walk my hands forward and make this a little longer. So you're just in, you know, child's pose kind of. Breathe here. And I'm gonna take this for downward dog. You could just come up and take child's pose on the tops of the feet if you like. Whichever one. Breathe here. Good. Take one more breath. Good. Okay. And then we'll come down to hands and knees. Yes. Costume change. Nice. Okay. And then with the knees together, toes tucked under. And take the right foot for me is going out. And we'll just start with this, you know, this little thing here. I'm just going to add the head and the torso, turning, breathe, be super luxuriously content. Good. Okay. Now I come into this place where I'm just going to slide the leg and bring it back. So you know, have fun. And just feel that leg moving, and you're letting the hips move, the head move. You might even close your eyes. Good. Okay, and do one more. Good. And then we'll place that foot on the floor. I'm gonna walk my hands around and let the back foot move. So I'm kind of in this, bent knee lunge. Okay, so we'll just start moving front to back, and you can keep that knee bent if that's best, but maybe it's a straight leg and it just extends out and comes back. So I'm just gonna do a mixture of the two. We'll do a straight leg extend and a bent knee. Find your bliss, the joy of movement. Every practice, an investment in yourself, like a deposit in the bank of health and wellness. Good. Okay, last one. Good. Okay, then we come to the center. Now, friends, you're just going to walk your hands all the way around. Oh, I'm going to stretch this leg first. And then I'll just walk. You let your back heel pivot. Just keep walking until you've got this like cross. Okay, and then you're here. And often we just lift and lower the heel here. That's good work. But, maybe you'll use the sliding of your foot if that is there for you to make this a little deeper. Explore the space. What is the potential? Yes. Good. Just be in your own joy. Yes. Okay, last one. And then we'll just walk the hands all the way around. Pivot, 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 pivot until you're back in this first place. Good. Okay, then we're going to bend the knee, just place the foot on the floor. And I'm just going to sway the hips side to side with the knee bent. Maybe my foot is moving, whatever's working for you. Good. Okay. And then we'll just come into this bent knee place. The left hand stays on the floor. But open your left shoulder. So if you turn the inner elbow out, that shoulder is going to open. And then we'll take the right arm up. I'm going to lean it back and find some space here. And I might let this right foot or right leg straighten out. If you have a sock on the floor, it's a little easier. Slide. Breathe. And then return to your center. Bring everything back. Okay, I'm just walking my knees back. I'm gonna have the little toes tucked under. And drop the hips back and just be here. Okay, if you're okay with the toes tucked under, then that's a great place to be. Okay, I'm just sliding the blocks forward with the heels of my hands so I can just get a little longer. Good. Full breath in. Full breath out. Good. Okay, friends, from here we're coming to forward fold. So walk your hands back either side of your knees. Lift yourself up. And if you want your blocks, you know where they are. You can separate your feet a little bit. Good. And drop in. Knees bent, legs straight, whatever works. Okay, nice, easy breathing here. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab my blocks just to play along. So the blocks will go on their highest height if you're using them. So from here, I'm just gonna drop back into this little squat. So I'm on the, and then I'm just coming back up. And I'm gonna do that 5 times. So the blocks might be a very nice help, but if you don't need them, you don't need them. So just lifting and lowering yourself consciously here. I think I said 5 times, and maybe this is number 5, but I'm going to do one more for good measure. And then just stay lifted here in the forward fold. Okay, find your blocks if you're using them. Put them on the highest height. I'm pausing for a moment because I think I'm going to take the socks off. So go ahead and do that too if you have your socks on. Okay. And now I'm going to step the left foot forward. It's just a little like 3 feet step. You can always play with the distance, but we want both heels on the floor. Heel toe your left foot out to the left a little bit. Good. Okay, put a little bend in your knees. Now we're just going to press this back hip back, turn the right foot. So you stay on the heel, just turn the toes out and then bring it back. Then once the right toes are down, bend the knee, lift the heel, look forward. Exhale, press the heel down, the head comes to neutral. Bend your knees. Yeah, open that right hip, let the right foot turn. So it stays on the heel, you just pivot. And then bring it back. Bend your knees, lift the right heel, look forward. Exhale, heel comes down, find your place. Good. Now open that right hip, pivot the right foot, and bring it on back. Okay, now we're gonna be here in this pyramid pose. I push the hands into the floor or the blocks, draw your belly in. You can put a little bend in your knees, friends, if you need that. See if you can extend the crown of the head forward. Good. Okay, right hand is gonna stay on the block or the floor. Left hand is coming to the left hip. I'm gonna turn that hip. Both feet stay on the floor, heels on the floor. Open yourself to the left side. Open your right shoulder to let it come in. And then if you feel good here, you can lift the left arm into your full revolve triangle. Breathe. Press the hips to the right, heart to the right, back of the head to the right. Take one more breath. Okay, release. If you're using the blocks, take the hands to the blocks. Turn both feet to point straight. You're just gonna bring the blocks forward so you're facing the short end of your mat. Heel toe your feet a comfortable distance. Okay, now push into the blocks or the floor. Lift your heart, lift your belly, bend your knees a little bit and push your tush back. Feel the crown of the head move forward, whether it's moving or not. Good. Okay, inhale. As you exhale, start to bend the elbows, lower the chest until you can get the forearms onto the blocks. And that might be a little wobbly, so really use your legs, friends. The fingers can come together, maybe the pads of the fingers. Breathe here. Anchor into the blocks, lift your heart. One more breath. Okay, push your knees out, away from each other. Good. Okay, maybe I'm gonna come all the way down. I'm gonna take my hands to the floor, lower down. I might just move the blocks out of the way, but you might stay on your blocks. You know, you can turn them to a lower height. Drop down. Okay, I have a bend in the knees. I'm pressing the knees out, inner thighs out. Yes, breathe. Whatever you're doing, I honor it. Good work. Okay, one more breath. And then we start to come back up. I'm gonna put the blocks on their highest height. And now I'm gonna walk them around to the other side. We're gonna do the other side. So I'll just turn my feet and then adjust your stance. You know, we did widen it. You might be happy there. You can walk your right foot to the right a little bit more. Yes. Okay, so here we are. Feel yourself here. You can bend your knees a little bit. Now feel the left hip push away. Turn the foot out. And then bring it back. Then we lift the heel, lift your head. Then lower it. Turn the foot. You know this, we've already done it. So it's really about the articulation of the foot, the heel, and the rest of the body just enjoying in your own way. I'm just turning that foot, heel. Maybe one more. Yes. Okay, then feet to the floor, both heels to the floor. So adjust the stance. Pull the right hip back. Okay, now the left, I just brought my left block in. Left hand's gonna stay there. I'm gonna turn the inner elbow out. Take the right hand to the hip. Start to open that hip. You turn to the right. Squeeze the thighs together. You can stop in any place. Maybe the right arm wants to lift up. Then you take the hips to the left, heart to the left, back of your head back. Open the left shoulder. Breathe. One more breath in your extension. Good. And exhale. Okay, turn your feet, bring your hands to the front. You might bring your blocks. I'm gonna heel toe the feet nice and wide. Okay, and then I'm actually going to turn the toes out slightly, bend your knees, and just come to this swing. If you want to lift your foot up, if the blocks are a hindrance, you can get rid of them. Good. Okay, good. And now come on to, ground your feet. I'm going to walk them out again, and I'm on the outer edges. Maybe it's a little pigeon-toed. Push into the blocks if you're using them. Lift the belly, the back of the heart. Okay, now I'm going to take that right block right under my face, and you could be right on the floor. We're going to take the left hand to your hip. Okay, I drop down just to show like this lift. Oh. And then turn, put your left hand on your sacrum, bend your right knee, and if the foot wants to turn, let that happen. And just start to bend back, breathe. Okay, notice that the right shoulder coming forward, open. Good. And then release, switch, so bring the left block underneath your face, adjust your feet, right hand to your hip, and we'll start to bend the left knee. If the foot wants to turn, let that happen. And now open, put the right hand on your sacrum, open your shoulders, your twist, your breath. One more. And then release, and we're going to lower all the way down. So you can use the blocks or no blocks. Drop down in between your legs. If you're comfortable here, you can take your hands and maybe hold on to your ankles. And you can have a bend in your knees. Just pull yourself through your legs. Breathe. Whatever you're doing is good work. Good. Okay. Hands to the floor or to your blocks. Lift yourself up. And I feel the blocks might be a hindrance here, so you decide. I'm going to turn my left toes out and walk the hands over to the left. Okay, now I lift the right heel and start to drop down. The blocks might help you here. You can just be here. Maybe pulse a little bit. And you just hang out and be like, wow, that's a lot. Good. Okay, then walk your hands over to the other side and turn your right foot out. Start to bend the knee. Maybe the left foot lifts. And we pulse here too. Good. Okay, come back to center. Now I'm going to challenge you to heel toe your feet. So like they're maybe as wide as you've ever put them. And you're like, wah, and you feel a little wobbly. Really anchor the outer edges of your feet, push your tush back, widen your inner thighs. And then I'm going to give you two options. We're going to come to sit. So your first option would be maybe to jump the feet together and come down. Or maybe, if you're nice and wide, you can walk your hands back. And then I lift the heels. I'm on the fingers and the heels and luxuriating in life. And then come down. So wherever you do it, just meet me in this wide-legged pose. And if you'd like to bring your little blanket that we were lying on, you can bring that in and then sit on it. Good. Well, let's use these blocks. Since we have them, I think we all have them. I'm just going to put them on the inside of the legs here. And then sit nice and tall, move your feet both directions. Good. Okay, well, let's take a full breath in and out. And here's what we're going to do next. I just luxuriously place my hands. Okay, so now I'm just going to focus on the right leg. And you're just going to lift it up over the block and back. Okay, so go for that. I'll do it with you. Get in and out. And then turn and look at your left leg. And we'll do the same thing. Good. I'm going to do it twice because I did it twice. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do that again. This time I might take my hands off the floor and turn. So it's up to yogi's choice. Hands on the floor or up. Good. And then turn. Do the other leg. Yes. Okay. And then come to your center. Pause. Let the feet flop. Yes, okay, let's do that one more time. Take your hands up or hands to the floor. I'm gonna lift tall and then turn to the left to start. Okay, that's a lot. So And I turn to the right. Love you legs. And then come to your center. Luxuriously release your hands. Let your feet move. Yeah, so beauty. Good. Okay, I'm going to come to the center here. So we'll start with the hands. You can use your blocks. They're there. Just walk your hands. Let's not go, even if you can put your tummy to the floor, go like a little bit less with the hands on the blocks or the floor. Just drive your torso and your head. Like really feel that this is coming from the effort of the hands, the connection to the floor, the arms, the shoulders. Yes. Okay, you can make this smaller. If it's too wide, you adjust. Good. Okay. Come to your center and then come to wherever this is for you, however deep you want to go. Just really look for that place where the inner thighs feel they're stretching. That's where you need to go. And then feel your breath. Even close your eyes. Soften behind your heart, your shoulders, your head. And let's take one more full breath in. Breathe out. And then slowly come out. Good. And just come back. Okay, so luxuriously place your hands and gently open your eyes. So from here, I'm going to take the left leg, I'm going to lift it up and over and move into Shavasana. So if that makes sense, great. If it doesn't, here we go. Just take your arms up, lift up, turn to face your left leg, lift the left leg up, and this time you just bring it in. Here we are. And then if you need your support, throw that block underneath. Now turn and face the right leg, then turn and face the left leg. Then turn and face the right. You got it. We're just going to do this a few times. If your palms want to face your head, if that's a better place, then let that happen. Okay, one more. Just turning and twisting both sides. And this time as you turn to face the right, release your hands. We'll inhale. And then just walk yourself out over this leg. Okay, and again, wherever you go, we're just going to place the hands and use the hands to turn the torso. So you're just going wherever the hands let you. Okay, so I can, you feel as you turn to the right, things get a little crunchier. So the next time you turn to the right, stay there, plant the hands, push a little more away or towards the left side. And now from here, I'm going to take that left hand all the way to the outside of that right leg. If it's no good, it's no good. And I'm just going to breathe here as I twist. Look over the right shoulder. And take one more full breath in this twist. And then I'll slide the left hand out till I move into this forward fold. You find your place, friends. If the left hand can grab the foot, great. Maybe the head drops. But if that is not happening, then you just honor where you're at. Any place on the path is good work. Whatever you do today is an investment in your future. So we don't need to be hungry for that full pose. We just be content with whatever is on offer today. Yes. So find the luxury, find the joy. One more breath. Good. Okay, I'm going to slowly come out, maybe to 50%, so I can keep the right hand on the floor. So the right hand's going to stay to the outside of the right leg, and the left hand is going to come to the left thigh. And then we just anchor into that. You turn to the left, turn your head over, maybe it's looking over your left shoulder. Now the right shoulder is going to pop in, and just feel that for yourself. If that's happening, open the right shoulder. Turn the inner elbow out. Anchor the right hand. Now take that left arm up and over, and it could just go a little bit, but maybe it's gonna go deep. Yogi's choice. I'm really finding this stretch through the right side. That's what I'm looking for here. So smile and breathe. I'm gonna add the right wrist, just turning that hand a little bit. Good. Inhale. Oh, and exhale and come on back. So nice. Pause for a moment in the luxury of the release. Place your hands. Good. Okay, I'm going to take this leg back the way I brought it in. I'll just put that prop out. Okay, so that's this, right? And then I'll just lift the leg. I'm going to start with the inside of the block and the outside of the block. Nice. And then turn to face your right leg. Lift it up and bring her in. Yes. Okay, be here again. Prop up if you need the block. I'm just going to move my blocks out of the way. Yeah. Okay, and then we do this. Thank you, Lindsay. I almost forgot. So here we go. We're turning. And so just really feel this is happening right in your core. Good work. Good. Okay, one more. And then we'll turn to face the left leg. Let your hands come down. And again, just walk out to like a little bit here. You anchor the hands and come back to this turning. So the hands can be anywhere. Let the arms, the hands, the shoulders be doing this work. Really focus on the hands are turning the torso. So close your eyes and put your mind in your hands if that helps. Good. And the next time you turn to face your left leg. Okay, now I'm just going to really be in this twist. So the left hand is anchoring. I'm pushing both hands and turning. The head might turn over the left shoulder. And then this right hand might move to the inside of the left leg. Just to find more twist that you can breathe into, move into, luxuriate into. Good. Okay, and then I'm going to slide it into the forward fold. So the right hand for me is going to grab the outside of this foot. But you know, I don't need to say it. You know. You can find your place, release into your grace. Feel your breath. And let's take 2 more breaths. Good. Okay, and then from here, we just come out a little bit so that the left hand is still on the floor and the right hand is going to find the right thigh or the right knee. Okay, now I'm just accentuating the shoulders forward. I want to open the shoulders. Imagine cobra. And then press into the right thigh, turn to the right. Open the left shoulder. Find your lift, find your length. Good. Now we'll take that right arm, just reach it out to the right and then up and over. Walk your left hand wherever you need it to be. Just find the stretch. So you're just opening the right side. Maybe you make it deeper, but it doesn't have to be. And then luxuriate in the flow of your breath, this opening. Breathe. Good. And then we'll come out. Just take both hands down for a moment. Be here. Lift yourself. Bow your chin. Good. Okay, I'm going to release that leg back out the same way I came in, even though I don't have the block there. I'm just going to do that same thing. Lift it up. Come back here. So nice. Okay, we're going to bring both feet in for Baddha Konasana. Hands or no hands. So you lift up. Even, take a little bit of cat pose. Lean back. So the abdominals work. And yes. Grab hold and give yourself a little footy. Okay, good. So we're going to start with that same thing we did and where we're just going to move. So you put your hands, wherever needs to be for you is best. And then just find this side to side. Be explorative, because, you know, I can say side to side and it could be the ribs, it might be your shoulders. You're just going to feel into whatever side to side motion means for you. You know, find that place. I didn't say prop your knees up, but I hope you are taking care of yourself. And okay, and then we'll move this into forward fold. So your feet can come out more if you need that space for your hips, or they can come in more, you know. Every body needs different stuff. So find your place here. You know, I'm on the forearms with the palms together, and I'll just slide it forward. Full pranam if that is there for you. If not, it doesn't matter. You offer to this pose what you have to offer to this pose. So once you're settled, take a full breath in. Sigh it out. Release yourself deeply. Okay. So here, like I said, I'm on my forearms. You might be on your hands, whatever you're supporting yourself with. Anchor to the floor and just take a little bit of cat-cow here. So you just push the hands or the forearms forward, the back goes back, and you pull the floor forward and the heart will come forward. I'm just gonna find a little bit of movement here. No pose ever static. You know, we take these shapes and then we get to explore. Good. Okay, do one more. And then we'll return to that dropping in. If you're familiar with turtle pose, that's in your wheelhouse. I'm going to take the hands to the inside of this triangle or diamond, lift your knees, and then the hands come underneath, and you might go right on your forearms, or you might just be on your hands. And if that's no good, you know, just go to your forward fold here. And we'll drop in 5 beautiful breaths, whatever pose you're in. Let your head hang. Jaw loose, breath relaxed. Okay, slowly extricate yourself and come up. And then I just want to sit in quiet for a moment or two. However you want to put your legs, friends, is fine. Let your hands rest with the palms up. Close your eyes or rest your gaze on the floor, on your feet, or anywhere there, and just be in your stillness. Okay, I'm going to stay in this sit, but I'm starting to lift up through the spine, through the crown of the head. I'm going to take the arms up, and they're going to be out about, you know, not right, they're out. Then I take the fingers in like you're hitchhiking. And you just lift yourself, and then feel free to move your palms, you know, find that place, and you extend from your heart out through your arms, lift up with so much glory, open the thumbs, you can turn your face up. One more big breath, and then exhale and wiggle your fingers like little fairy dust. Bring them down to the floor, stretch your legs out, move your little feet around. And okay, so we're going to move into Shavasana, and let's see. You know, that little thing we did with the bolster and the legs up, if you like that, that could be your Shavasana. So I think I'm going to set up for that. And I'll put my socks back on, and I'll bring in that blanket that we started with and the heating pad. So I'm going to actually take Shavasana the way we started. Okay, so set yourself up for luxury. Be luxurious, because you deserve it. I think that, you know, that movie Eat, Pray, Love, and my favorite line from that movie is when they're in Italy and Luca Spaghetti says, "I deserve a break today. I know that." Like, yes, but you know, here we don't give to ourselves that much. So once you're down, make it very comfortable. If you need a blanket, arms out. You know, if you'd like to put a block under your hips and just take a little bit of upside down before you really let go, then go ahead and take a few moments there. I mean, who doesn't love a block under the sacrum? a nice supportive way of dropping in, and the head becomes a little heavier. So whatever you like, friends. You know, I always say this is the magic time between the end of our practice and moving to Shavasana. So if there's anything you need, this is where you fit it in for yourself. You know, you take a few moments of your own private practice. Beautiful. That's it. So if you're on the block, stay there for as long as you like. And just, I've come off the block, but I honor you staying on it. And then just drop into your rest. Surrender to this luxury of time. For you to just simply be, receive the support of your props, of the floor, the gentle flow of your breath. Feel all the tension you carry in your face, your third eye, your eyes, the pillows of your cheeks, the tongue, the jaw, your ears, the sides of your neck. And staying in your rest for as long as you're able, as long as you like. If you're ready to start to awaken, let it start with the breath. Just intuitively feeling whatever movements need to happen next. As you luxuriously journey to resting on your side for 1 to 5 breaths. And then eventually, luxuriously, finding your way to your sit. Okay, just as we do, once you come upright, you might even keep your eyes closed. Just rest in your stillness. Just feel the shift of energy. So we don't just jump up and move on to our day. We Take a moment to deeply acknowledge and to honor this practice, your practice. Inhale. As you exhale, bring the hands together in front of the heart and bow your chin. Great honoring and devotion and love for your great presence throughout your life. You who have created, the life you're living, who supported you through the hard times, been there for the good times. You honor your relationship with yourself. As you inhale, grow tall, lift your chin. Exhale as you are. Good. And we'll join together in our May We Be Blessed mantra. If you'd like to turn on gallery view, if you are able to turn on your camera and you want to do that, you can. You don't have to, no pressure. But just to see each other is a lovely thing. Good. And then we'll begin our May We Be Blessed mantra with an inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. And we'll seal that with one Om. Inhale. Bow your chin. Om Shanti, Om Peace, Om Namaste. Take a full inhale. Breathe into your hands. Catch your sacred breath, friend. Lift your chin, open your eyes. Offer this to yourself, and we offer it to each other. Yes, so much love. New moon blessings for every single one of us. Have a wonderful day, and so much love from my heart, honoring for your practice. Thank you, friends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so much joy. Namaste, guys. Oh, hello. Good morning. Yes, I see you. Okay. Oh, hey, Liz. Bye, guys. We'll see you later. Oh, I see a kitty there, Sarah. It's so quiet. All right. Love you guys.